Hi YouTubers, it's George. I'm in the garage. Horrible day, and I'm in the process of making a dual band 77's 2-meter vertical antenna, and I've started making one. I think they call it a J-pole, and it uses 300 ohm balanced ladder line, and I've got it here in the process. I'm not having a lot of luck with it, and there's a cable there. It's not much to look at. The idea was make this and then feed it through plastic tube, and then have it mounted on a tripod, a bit like my, this loop area I've got here, and then on a camera, a lighting tripod. It's basically quarter wave and fed in the middle, sorry, half wave fed in the middle, so the radial's a quarter for this other area I'm making. And I'm looking round, and I've got sort of tubes here which have old towel rails, and then I've got a piece of brake pipe here which I could possibly use, and I've got this aluminium tube here. But then I've realised I've got some copper pipe there. So what I've done, I've cut the radial lengths, and it's 2 lengths of 42 centimetres and 2 lengths of 14 centimetres. So it's 420 millimetres and 140. So I've cut those, and where have I done them? Let's just get them. So there's one side of the aerial. Yeah, just put that to one side. And what I've done, one arm, and what I've done, I've used copper pipe. And so this one is, the left hand side. There'll be another one like this, and one like this will be used for the shield of the coax, and another one like this will be used for the inner. And I've soldered them up, and I think that's come out alright actually. And yeah, it's slightly different design to the one I watched on YouTube, but I'll put a link in this video to the chap who's started making these, and he seems to get on very well with them. So this is my attempt of my version of it. It's the next day, and rain and rain and rain. Excuse me. Right, I was talking about this aerial I'm making, and it's basically based around a quarter wave aerial for 2 meters and 77s. I don't know if I got the dimensions right. And I'm now working on the other dipole. So I've got to get a piece of copper I can solder across the 2 rods. And what I'll do with the remaining of the copper pipe that's left over, and I'm going to cut it here and hammer it on the vise and make a flat piece of copper that I can bend it round and solder it like that. And that's the plan, and we'll see how we get on with that. So I've hammered this piece of copper flat, and then I've hammered it round this, because if you try and hammer this round that, you'll squash it. So I've got to that sort of point, and I'm going to do this bit, which is a bit more tricky because I want to get the spacing the same as that. So we'll have a go at that. Now I've got the radials. Now these are cut shorter. I think I've cut them shorter. Now I've got to make some slide-in pipes for tuning the SWR. Now I've got some leftover copper pipe there, brake pipe, and I've got, I think this is copper nickel, there, so and hopefully it will slide in and I think it will. There we go. It's a bit loose, but when it's got a screw in for electrical connection it will probably do it. I don't know whether the copper rather than the copper nickel is a bit tight. Let's have a look. Yeah, that's actually a better fit. So this brake pipe here, so I'll cut some bits for this end and we'll see how we get on. It's going to be fine tuning of it all with the Nano VNA anyway, so let me cut some bits to go in these and then I'll see how much I've got left of this, and yeah, that probably will do the job. I've cut a piece of couple of pieces of brake pipe, hoping that it'd slide in and out. They're really too loose, but I've got another scrap bit. This is metal tail rail. It's covered in plastic and it's split all the way along its length, so I'm hoping it, well, it's got a bit rusty at that end. I don't know what material it is. If I can get this plastic off, it might slip over tight on the copper pipe on the outside and be a tight fit. So I'm just pulling this plastic off, which is not easy. It's coming off. It's coming. There we go. It's off. Right. And that might, because it's split down there, that might be a good slide to put on the aerial. It's not for permanently outdoors, it's for portable use, this aerial, so that might do the job. Okay, you won't believe how much time I've spent doing this, and these are the for SWRN. It's not straight there. I'm going to do a bit of fettling. I'll put it on the floor and then give it an impression what it will look like. That will be the dipoles, and yeah, it's made from scrap, so it can be a horizontal dual band antenna or it can be a vertical. I've got to get the centre sorted and drilled, and see if I can make it out of plastic, and I'll have a choke coil fitted to it, and that's where I am with it. So in part 2 it'll be assembling the middle section here, which I'm not quite sure I'm going to do all that yet. Well, this is the end of part 1 of this aerial construction, and if you wonder what it is, it's basically half-wave centre fed for the 2 metre band and 77s, and it's made from scrap material or leftovers from other things. The copper pipe here and here, here and here was what was taken off from my motorhome when I disconnected the gas fridge and went to a fully electric compressor fridge, so it was left over. This was underneath the motorhome. Excuse me. The smaller copper here, that's brake pipe basically. The bits here, that's also the copper pipe, and sections cut, hammered flat and bent round, so they're electrically connected. And so you're looking at the two halves of the aerial. They go like that together, and the coax goes in the middle. So the next part of the video we'll be actually making the middle section or the support for this, and then hopefully, if I can get that done pretty quick, it'll be putting coax on and testing the SWR, and I'll probably just have to roughly hang it up somewhere off ground and see what it does. So thanks for watching. Please subscribe and keep an eye out for my other videos. And the total cost of this project so far is zero, because it's all scrap bits of bits of plastic and things. And yeah, in terms of time, about a morning's work just to get to this, because I have to cut the pipe, measure the pipe, bend the pipe, clean the pipe, solder the pipe. These joints are soldered here. So once again, thanks for watching. Please subscribe and like.